Welcome to Super Bowl week. Guest lines and 10 questions. Jake is here. Vlad is here. Dunkin Dad is late, so not surprised by that. Guys, how are we doing? And I like to say, I have survived the cold snap of South Florida 2026. How are you doing, Vlad and Jake Riepma, by the way?
Well, I'm there with you, so I'm surviving.
We survived. We survived.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers. My thoughts and prayers go out to you guys trying to survive these cold temperatures.
Jake, it ain't that bad. Don't worry.
It ain't
about it.
I know. I was being sarcastic.
It's funny enough when you see people wearing parkas and everything when it's 45 degrees or below. It's very funny. I'll say that.
Now it is windy. I will say it's just windy. That's all. But the cold, it's nothing.
That is true. Vlad, before we start, you had some breaking news, so let's fire up the sound. What broke, by the way? I gotta say.
Yeah, Schefter on ESPN. He just tweeted out on his X account that and former Dolphins defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver will be taking the Ravens defensive coordinator job. That's where he got his stripes, I believe. You know, he was what was he? He wasn't the defensive coordinator, but he was like the assistant defensive coordinator. That's how we got the Dolphins defensive coordinator job. So he missed out on some head coaching gigs, and we are the Miami. Now they are the Miami Packers now because they feel like they're just taking everything from Green Bay. So they're the South Beach Packers. And the joke's right itself. So good move by the Ravens. And also, let's keep it a buck. The last time the Ravens defense was good was when Anthony Weaver was there as well.
And Ben McDonald too, anyways.
Yeah, Mike McDonald. Who else?
Rex Ryan was there.
Yeah.
Mike Nolan.
So we'll see. But he's the new defensive coordinator back at Baltimore.
Good for him, anyways. Jesse Minter, head coach. Anthony Weaver. I want to see who that offensive coordinator job is. I think that's the big news. We want to see what's going to happen, anyway. So.
They haven't announced it yet, right?
No, they've not announced it yet. But I like to say we have all the head coaching jobs filled out already, but all we're just waiting for the assistants and everything. So I think it's the most intriguing thing of Super Bowl week. All the jobs are taken now, except like allegedly the Raider job is available, but I think it's
Kubiak's job.
Exactly. So, all right, number 10. Thoughts on Bill Belichick not being the first ballot Hall of Famer? Will this affect Brady, Adam Vinatieri, Rodney Harrison, Vince Wilfork? And follow up, are you guys fans of how the Hall of Fame class was being leaked on Twitter last week, by the way?
I'll start with that. I can't. I mean, I feel like this has been just beaten to the ground over and over again. Everybody feels the same way. They got to get rid. They got to go back to thumbs up, thumbs down. Should this person be in the Hall of Fame? Should this person not be in the Hall of Fame? So then you're not having to allocate votes because you're trying to get guys in on their last year of eligibility, which then takes away from the example that we had happen at the highest level with Belichick, because obviously Bill Belichick's a Hall of Famer yesterday. He is today. He is tomorrow. And the fact that he's not going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer is an indictment on the format and the way voters were having to vote. Or it's because people just, he was an ass and people are going to use personal vendettas against him to not have him in the Hall of Fame. But as far as leaking on Twitter, it's 2026, man. That's just par for the course. It's that way with everything. The draft, anything, it's going to happen.
Vlad?
It's nastiness all around. There's no way, there's no life Bill Belichick's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. So if you're telling me he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, that's definitely telling me that Tom Brady's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. And also, I always wonder why the Hall of Fame never realized of putting things together. Like if you have two members of an organization that were linked and they're able to join the Pro Football Hall of Fame at the same time, why don't you do it? There was a chance for like Emmett, Michael, and Troy to get in at the same time. If there was, I know they all retired different times, but if there was a chance for them to do that. You had a chance of putting Kraft and Belichick together. And the other thing, like you said, Jake, this stupid thinking of this is his last year, I'm going to vote for him. Well, why didn't you vote for him the previous 14 years? Yeah. Why are you waiting to the last year of the ballot to put somebody in? And why do you have this thinking of, I don't need somebody, the other 49 is going to do it. I don't need to do it. No, if you think the person's a Hall of Famer, vote for that person to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame is missing out on another thing. Make that event 2 days. The game is on a Thursday. Have 5 on Saturday, 5 on Sunday, and call it a day. That way, you're allowing a lot of Hall of Famers that don't need to wait a year, because these guys are getting old. I don't want to. I know I've said this on the air in Miami, but I don't want to get grim. But not a lot of these guys are going to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if there's a chance for them to be in the Hall of Fame now, put them in. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. So it's nasty if somebody had a chance to go to Hall of Fame and then now they wait a year later, God forbid something happens, and then now their family's got to do it? No, it's just it's disgusting. And the last part, yes, there was some venom and animosity towards Bill Belichick, and if I won't be shocked if Bill Polian, the way, and like you said, the question you were asking, it should affect the others because they were part of that organization, especially Brady.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is that how you gonna announce it? Then all of a sudden, when you get called out, start saying, "Oh, I don't remember if I voted or not." Nah, Bill Polian. I mean, you either know or you don't. Now, you probably did not want him to get in, and there's reports that you said you don't want him to get in the first year. That's another thing. They need to change some of these gatekeepers as well in the NFL. Some of these guys are really past their prime.
Should we say I sent you the list of Hall of Fame voters? Should we have term limits of all the Hall of Fame voters? Like you keep it to like a 5-year minimum, would you say?
I would give them 10 years, and then they gotta show, and then I gotta see what's going on with them and their work to see if they're not slipping. Because a lot of these guys are grandfathered in, so they feel like their vote, their voice matter more than anybody else's. So
I think I think it's crazy that he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like when you think of the 2000s, Bill Belichick's all over there, from like being the greatest show on turf.
So guys, so Mike Tomlin's not a first ballot Hall of Famer because Mike Tomlin will be eligible next week. Next season. I'm sorry, next year, and Belichick's going to be also in that year. And I think Mike Shanahan's the two-time champion of the Broncos is also going to be there. So you're telling me these 3 qualified coaches, somebody's going to be left out?
I think it's bullshit that they're doing it anyways, because if Tomlin is not going to coach next year, which I think he's not going to, Shanahan's not going to is already done coaching. I think it's going to be like you had to pick one of the 3. It's like everyone wants to go with the safe bet. Like Shanahan was very nice to all the media people, still fuck Bill Belichick, which is bullshit anyways. Bill Belichick should be in the Hall of Fame. It makes the class more interesting anyways when you look at it, when you think about it. So, and plus people are probably pissed about Rodney Harris's PED stuff anyways also.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
I'm not gonna hold you. I never really considered Rodney Harrison a Hall of Fame player.
Me neither. Anyways, I just think he's cool. Like Hall of Good. Like the Hall of Good Instagram file, like the Instagram.
He's definitely HOVG, Hall of Very Good. But
yes,
never considered Hall of Famer. But what it is. But it was nasty. Belichick's not getting in first ballot. That's ridiculous. That's like the guy who didn't vote for Jeter as a unanimous Hall of Famer.
No, it's that one guy who didn't vote for Shaq for the unanimous Hall of Famer.
Right.
For Allen Iverson. So I think it's bullshit. Will it affect Brady? I don't think so, but it could be because of Deflategate. I feel like there's gonna be some reporters gonna have a vendetta, and that could make him a first ballot Hall of Famer if it's Brady. Vinatieri, I don't know what's that taking so long. Harrison, Wilfork, I don't know what the deal with Wilfork is anyways,
Seymour's in?
Yeah, Richard Seymour's in, yes.
Oh, okay. All right, then, yeah. Then Wilfork might get in.
He should be getting in.
I don't know, but it's just nasty work. And if that's gonna be the underlying factor, then a lot of these guys shouldn't be first ballot Hall of Famers then. There's no way Belichick gets. You know how nasty it's gonna be if Brady gets in first ballot and Belichick doesn't?
Oh.
Unless you're gonna do some nastiness and have both of them get in the same year.
That'll be entertaining.
What are we now? Year 3 of Brady retiring?
Yeah.
We're about to enter year 4. Well, 1 year he took off, and then he's done 2 years at Fox. So we're about to enter year 4. So 2028 will be the year Brady gets inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Be nuts. All right. Number 9. We're giving out letter grades, by the way. Give me your letter grade for the recent head coach hires. Joe Brady, Todd Monken, Matt LaFleur for the Cardinals, and Clint Kubiak, by the way. Jake,
I'll start it off.
Yeah.
I mean, Brady's. I mean, it's the natural hiring for Buffalo. You didn't want to bring somebody outside unless you want to bring Daboll back in. But if you brought Daboll back in, that would be a slap to Brady.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't want to say it. It's a C. It's average because it's kind of like what you were going to do anyway. Like, it's kind of like next man.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking anything with Baby LaFleur. I just felt like it seems like anybody that starts off with the Jets, they always start off bad, but then they go to other places and then they get their shine back and then now they get another opportunity. Interesting enough, he was Robert Saleh's offensive coordinator as the Jets, and now they both got jobs this year. I'm going to give it a D. I mean, he's a first-year head coach, and he was learning under Sean McVay, so I would give him a D. Who's the other one?
Todd Monken and
Monken,
Clint
Cleveland.
Kubiak.
F.
For Monken or Clint?
For Monken. Come on, Cleveland.
I hear you.
Like, what are they gonna do? Nobody wanted the gig. That's the other thing. So I feel bad in that regard that nobody really wanted the gig. When I've never heard in my life ever of head coaches saying, or assistant or coordinators saying, you know what? Yeah, I'm good where I'm at. I'm going to take my name out of consideration. Dude, these are 32 jobs. You have to be the best of these 32. So that if somebody's considering you, that means they think you could be one of these 32 coaches. And for you to just be like, no, I don't want to go there, that tells you a lot about the organization. So I would say that I would get an F for Monken. And also because Greg Williams, not Greg Williams, what's his
Jim
name?
Schwartz.
Jim Schwartz wanted the job and they didn't give it to him, so that's also good. And I'm gonna give it a C or D for Kubiak. I just don't think he's gonna have 2 years. Both of them. That's the thing. A lot of these guys have jobs that's only gonna last them 2 years. They don't got no security.
Okay. Jake, give me your letter
Yeah,
grades.
the Todd Monken one, I'll go C- because I think Schwartz would have been a better hire if you're presented with either or. Probably made the wrong choice. Clint Kubiak, sure. I guess C+ just because guy's coaching for the Super Bowl, so
Hey, good for him.
Yeah, ride the hot hand. I know that's the mind of a 7-year-old here, but sometimes you just got to say what comes into your head. So sorry, it's not anything more sophisticated than that. LaFleur, I think it slept on the fact that the McVay tree, we all of a sudden, and maybe it's not slept on, but it's like if you had a cup of coffee around Sean McVay, you just all of a sudden are elevated into this coaching circle. And I don't.
Well, here's the thing, though, Jake. Is it the McVay tree or is it the Shanahan tree?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you wouldn't be wrong to say the Shanahan tree, but who's a more accomplished coach, McVay or Shanahan?
That's the question. You see, that's the great question. Because it's funny you mentioned that. I feel like all of them play Madden late night, like just like this, like how we are in four squares and they just play Madden together and talk trash.
Mm-hmm.
LaFleur is also in Green Bay. He's also involved there. I feel like they all came from Kyle, but those that went with Sean have been able to either help get to a Super Bowl or win a Super Bowl. And that's the thing that McVay got over Shanahan. And they've also gone to other teams and been successful, like O'Connell has been.
Yeah.
But I feel like they all fall under the Kyle Shanahan tree, though.
Yeah.
So Zach Taylor is not invited to the Madden party since he was under Coach McVay for a couple of years.
Yeah, but I kind of like the LaFleur hire because nothing has worked for the Cardinals. So why not follow the same, I guess, ideology and path that has worked for other teams? Let's try this guy. It's one of those things like, what are your realistic expectations for the Arizona Cardinals as a franchise? Not that, having a low bar forgives them of being as bad as they've been. But that said, I don't mind that hire. The Brady one, I think we beat this into the ground as well, where, okay, the owner of the team gets in the press conference, PR nightmare, everything else. And if you said, the reason we're moving on from Sean McDermott is because they lost that game and you need a fresh start, you got to get over the hump. Well, why would you make an internal hire then? So it just doesn't add up. And like I said, we've beat that one into the ground. It's kind of a broken record at this point, but I mean that's like a C- higher at best.
Okay. Before I give it to Dunkin Dad, I'm gonna say C-. Todd Monken, D+. Matt LaFleur, C-. Clint Kubiak, I'll say a C. I don't know what to expect out of any of these hires anyways. Dunkin Dad, give me your grades, by the way, for these coaching hires, please.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty spot on when you're talking about that C to D kind of grades. It's a lot of just filling holes this year. Maybe this is the next round of these, regenerative coaches, like Vlad was saying, like, rinse, repeat, try running the same system over there. Jake made a great point about the Cardinals. Like, what do they have to lose at this point? Nothing. They're just trying to figure themselves out.
I mean, do you expect them to win, Dunkin' Dad? I mean, they're in a division where three of the teams made playoffs. The other teams made the playoffs this year. And one is in the Super Bowl. Two met in the conference title game. Like, does he really have a chance to really shine?
No.
No, I think
he's going to come back
have
there.
his own like scheme. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be able to present his scheme. So see how closely related it is to his brothers. Maybe use that as a springboard to go someplace else. But you're not looking at a turnaround like he had in New England in Arizona. Not going to happen.
Yeah. Well,
Kyle Murray's
there's a major problem there.
That's not
Who's
that
your
guy.
quarterback?
Who's your quarterback? Exactly. That's the problem. All these guys have had quarterbacks, but who's his quarterback going in?
Is it Kyler Murray? Is it Jacoby Brissett? Or are they going to draft somebody? That's the better question. Like the Cardinals need help in almost every.
Pavia. They're gonna draft Diego Pavia. They're like short.
Oh my God, no.
Think about it. That'd be more of a nightmare than Johnny Manziel in Cleveland. I had to live that in that area, anyways. Is there hope for the Raiders with Clint Kubiak? This kind of feels like the Seahawks back in like when they played the Patriots. Their top coordinator went to a decent job, but this is not a decent job.
It might be if there's a chance for him, if he's gonna have 2-3 years. Like we all know, you basically have 2.5 years. They'll fire you right like during your third season, but you really have 2-3 years to improve, show progression. And if you have a quarterback, especially a quarterback on a rookie deal, they need to see something before they give him that $250 million contract for the next 5 years. He's going to get Mendoza.
That is true, which will be entertaining.
Yep. He's got a running game. He's got a running back. He's got a tight end. Maybe they get him some outside help.
True.
But the offense, he's an offensive-minded head coach. The offense is going to have to be improved and show that, at least on that side of the field, he's doing things and he can coach. But other than that, that's the only thing I would say about Kubiak, is that he had a situation. I mean, forget Minter and Brady. You're going to MVPs, but at least with Kubiak, you have a quarterback that for the next 4 to 5 years you're going to have.
We will see. All right, number 8. The news broke on this Friday. Thoughts on the Vikings firing their GM, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, after 4 seasons, and is it because he's getting fired for handling of JJ McCarthy, or not enough winning?
A little bit of both. And the third thing is I don't think they felt like he was. I guess he had there's a report about he had the birth of his child. Like he was there for like he took more than the paternity time.
Paternity went a long time. Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't be a good father and a good GM. There's not enough time for both.
You got to give up
the opposite of Mike McDaniel.
You got to give up one.
It's what MJ said, man. Fuck them kids.
GM. One is gonna have to suffer. And if you want them Jordans, you want all them nice things, you want the nice cars, the houses, the clothing, me being a good dad's gonna have to suffer. We can always spin back and repatch things later on in life.
Yeah.
I might not get a second gig or third gig as a general manager.
I feel bad
for him. I feel bad for him in this part. He made a decision of letting Kirk go, right? Kirk was loved in the franchise, but it was time for Kirk to go. you did sign. You had Sam, and you had drafted JJ. JJ never had a season,
Mm-hmm.
right? Sam had a great year, but let's be real. We were all still questioning Sam because he had 2 games. He had 1 game to be the number 1 seed. They lost to Detroit on the Sunday night, and then they played the Rams, and they weren't even playing the Rams in LA. They played the Rams in Arizona. It was a neutral site, and the Vikings fans traveled.
Yep.
And he still lost. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna look at it. Do I pay $30 to $40 million to a guy when I have a quarterback that I drafted, in a top 10 quarterback that I drafted, or top 11 quarterback that I drafted? That's a tough decision. That's tough. So, and it wasn't like he was like McCarthy started playing well towards the end of this year. Like, low key, did you know they finished 9-8?
No, honestly, I thought it was 8 and 9 the whole time. Anyway.
Right. Do you understand? They're not even the last place team in their division. They're the 3rd place team. Detroit finished last.
Yeah, that's my Lions. Thank you for reminding me.
But
Hey,
guess,
you got that last place schedule. It's a good
One
thing.
pride,
Yeah.
one
pride.
Yeah,
guess
that's
what
right.
everybody knows? At least the Lions finished with a 500 record. They might have not made the playoffs, but you can say they finished 9-8. But then you look at their division, you're like, holy shit! Everybody in the division finished 500 or better. So, are you looking at the division? Do you think you're so much way down behind Chicago? You're that far from Green Bay? Are you that far from the Lions? No, you're not. But
No, I'm glad you said the schedule thing, Trevor. Not to commandeer the conversation and make it about my Lions, but I am pretty much convinced in my dumb brain that if the Lions and some other teams had the same path that the Patriots did, they'd be exactly where the Patriots are.
Next year, Lions definitely have the same path and will be in the at worst NFC Championship game.
14-2. I'm gonna put it down already.
Let's hope you're right.
No, you're right, Jake. Because guess what? That's what the Niners did. Why do you think the Niners was able to make, with all those injuries? Why do you think the Niners was still able to get to the playoffs and get to the division round?
That's
They had
true.
the last place. They had a 3rd or last place schedule last year.
Yeah, I do. I think, and we talked about this on our Locked On Lions show today regarding the Vikings, that I just want the paternity leave stuff, the missing on draft picks and everything else. Like, someone just needs to say he got the most important thing wrong, the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He drafted JJ McCarthy and Sam Darnold's playing in the Super Bowl. That's why he's fired.
But is he wrong? It's just that one guy has just been banged up and hasn't played consistently. But when he did towards the end of the season, you could see signs.
Yeah, because we could look back and say this was way too quick of a trigger because, and I know you can say, oh, it's an outlier. It happened one time, but Peyton Manning had the worst rookie season of all time. Set a record, most interceptions thrown, and he's a first ballot Mount Rushmore Hall of Famer and everything else. Right. So I'm not insinuating and suggesting that that's going to be JJ McCarthy, but I would agree that the data points are limited.
It won't be, but
we'll see. Anyways,
the data points are limited, but maybe it was just one too many of those memes being recreated of him with the psycho face going number 9.
9.
Yeah, Dunkin Dad, you do a good job with that face. That was way better than me.
Yeah. You got to get in the character, man.
Yeah.
Lean into it.
Lean into it.
You got like a little crazy in your eye when you do that.
Yeah, a little, the eyebrows. I had them trimmed up a little bit. So they're really accentuated right now. It's nice.
Oh, I'm just shocked. Is a Viking job the best job available? Would you say, if you're a GM, or do you think they get the clean house soon? You think?
No, you got JJ signed, right?
Yeah,
Justin is signed. You got to figure out what you're gonna do with Addison. You might want to trade him because he's just been a problem.
Yeah, don't let him drive anywhere.
Yeah, don't let him drive.
Give him a personal driver with a Maybach at least.
Yeah.
You'll be good.
Give him the Bob
Huggins
Huggins contract. He's got to have a personal driver everywhere he goes.
We love a Bob Huggins joke on this show.
Oh, Huggy Bear.
Yeah, the Huggy Bear.
Shout out.
That was in his contract at West Virginia. He had to have a driver.
Hey,
it's not the worst job.
No. All right, number 7. Thoughts on Sean Mannion being named OC for the Eagles and Josh Grizzard as passing coordinator, and thoughts on Nick Sirianni post about Nick Mannion being hired. Also, is Nick Sirianni on the hot seat? By the way,
shouldn't you start this? It's you and Dunkin Dad that should start this.
Yeah, we should start this one. Man, I'm not impressed, and
Why
I
not?
guess flat. I guess like it's really gotten to this point where like you don't want to say Sirianni's the problem because
Yes, he
obviously
is.
his record
He is the
stands
problem.
for himself, but for whatever reason, like no one was banging down the door to come work with this guy, especially on the offensive side. That's a little concerning. That's a
I
little
got
concerning as a
questions.
fan. Yeah.
Have you noticed that some coaches are not hiring certain coordinators because they know their ass is on the foreman grill and they
Yeah.
don't want that person to take over maybe their job?
Yes, because remember, I go back to this is the one comparison I go to. No one wanted to take the Jets OC job back in 2013 or 14 because Rex Ryan was on the foreman. Nick Sirianni's on the foreman.
Nick
And they don't.
Sirianni's on the foreman. That's what I'm saying right now. And I
Yes.
think a lot of like Aaron Glenn, bring back the Jets. Aaron Glenn is not bringing offensive coordinators. Now because if you bring in a name like a Kingsbury and you struggle, that guy might take your job. And then if they turn it around, that's the new head coach. I think that's the same thing that's going on with the Philly.
Yeah.
Why not Dayball?
He wanted to work with Jalen, but he did not want to work with Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni's making this job very unattractive. That's why. No one wants to deal with his
just a severely underperforming offense and a team that won 11 games last year. You know what I mean? Like they weren't horrible, but something is awry, something is amiss. And
But this
you
always
gotta think.
But this always happens with you guys when you lose when you make a Super Bowl run, you lose your coordinators.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
This
I think a
always
lot of teams,
happens.
go through that. It happens, but you would think that again, like the upper echelon candidates would be beating at the door to be like, all right, I'm going to come in, throw my hat in the ring for a year or 2 years. Maybe I'll be the next Kellen Moore, maybe the next Jonathan Gannon, Shane Steichen, blah 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 blah. But this is just, it doesn't. You don't feel that vibe when you talk to people about it, and then you hear Sirianni come out and he gives this corporate CEO, cookie cutter copy paste sort of endorsement, and you're just like,
Not
oh,
by him. That was not by him.
really?
That was
here
not
we
by him
go.
at all.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni, he penned none of those words. He
I'll
does
say
not
this.
speak that way.
It just shows that no one wants to work with Jalen Hurts.
That could be a bigger issue. I mean, that could be a bigger issue.
You think it's the quarterback?
Yeah.
It'd be a
What is
bigger
he-
issue. Trevor's
I just think he's
throwing
not
Jalen
involved.
Hurts on the bus.
Hey.
Get that SEPTA number.
The
I
one
mean, that's a
thing,
weird thing. You got weapons.
You got weapons, but no one wants
pieces
to.
that you
No
can
one wants to
move.
work with him because it's a loud locker room, anyways.
And you know that if you get this team like good offensively, you're gonna get a gig in the NFL again.
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was going to say. The Kellen Moore provided the blueprint. Just go suck it up, deal with it, and take care of your own resume, so to speak, and then get out of there.
I like Kellen Moore. I like
I-
Kellen Moore. He's probably my favorite offensive coordinator in a while. Anyway, it's like, oh my god, there's movement. There's new concepts almost.
I will say, and this is a very slanted viewpoint over from the home of the Dallas Cowboys,
That's
105.3, The Fan, but there was some, I would say, laughter and pointing the finger, and I would call it. So we had, the morning show had Ross Tucker on. He's like, Philadelphia, they're going to get their guy, kind of going on and on and on. And I think that's like you're almost convincing yourself that you got the guy you wanted, and reality might be something a little bit different. But hey, that's what good rivalries are for.
How old is he? 29?
Who?
Who's your OC?
Mannion is like 2 years out of football anyway.
Yeah, he's played
33.
Right.
He's 33?
Yeah,
he's my
Yeah, he's played recently in the NFL. He was a preseason hero. I mean, he would like guys.
Could maybe he relate to these guys because he just removed from playing, and I don't know. This is weird, bro. This is a weird high, man. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
I don't like it either. I was like, and Josh Griswold, who got fired because of Tampa, anyways, of that offense that fell off a cliff after week 5, anyways, or whenever Baker Mayfield got injured. Anyways.
So how many OCs will this be for Jalen? 6?
This is okay. Do we count college at least?
No. We're not counting college. It's NFL. He's had a lot of OCs over
Morningway was year 1. Steichen was year 2 for 2 years. He had Brian Johnson, Kellen Moore, Petula. I'm at 6 right now with Sean
And
Mannion.
Manny now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
with Grizzard. So I call him co-OCs. It's like it's college football almost.
And how many years has he played? 7?
Pretty much. Yeah.
He's
A
had
lot
like
of
a brand new
OCs.
one each year.
Yo,
Except-
you can't
except
knock
for
the man
2
when
years-
he's
except
getting
for 2
OC
years.
almost every year, and he's still producing.
He had Steichen for 2 years anyways. His first full year and his second year anyways. His third year anyways. So show something.
Yeah, going all the way back to college, it's like 11 different guys.
Yeah, that's why I'm like I'm not doing college.
And like he did work with Dable, like when he was at Alabama, So like, don't you think your guy would be like, hey, get an opportunity, been around
like
this dude,
Dunkin
let's
Dad,
do
like I
politic
said.
for him a little bit, right?
But if you're on the foreman, you don't want a guy that's already had coaching experience to come boom, boom,
Mhm.
take over, team, starts to rally, and then now you basically hired the guy that replaced you.
That's why I'm kind of
Mhm.
wanted. That's why I wanted Stefanski as the OC because if Nick Sirianni does something stupid, fire his ass. Stefanski's the head coach, anyways. I was talking myself into that almost. So, all right.
Yep.
Number 6. Who's your tool bag of the year for 2025 NFL season? By the way, Jake, I'm gonna have you start. By the way,
Ooh, there's a lot of options here. A lot of options. Tool bag of the year, man.
Yes. I think
Got
I
me
know.
stumped. Got me stumped.
I got a guy.
Vlad, go.
I'm gonna let you. I'll give you some time, Duncan. Jawan Jennings.
Ooh. Okay.
Anytime you have they want to talk to a defensive lineman after a game to know what happened with an incident with you and a player, and the player just didn't hold anything back and say he understands why you got punched in the face and kicked in the. Yeah, you're the tool bag of the year. You're the tool bag of the year.
I like that. That sparked my memory, Vlad, because we'll keep the San Francisco 49ers wide receiver train going. Brandon Ayuk.
Oh, let's
No.
go. Let's
What?
go.
Yeah. More of a loser for just not showing up.
Yes.
How you lose guaranteed by not showing up? That's
So-
the least you can do.
It's typical 49ers. You couldn't have anything go on. It's just bad anyway. I think we have microphone problems for Dunkin Dad anyway, so we'll have him fix it. My tool bag of the year. Can I just say, just the offseason of Antonio Brown, even though he's not in the league anymore, him going to jail, fleeing the country.
I
Go
mean, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that. But in season, I'll give it to my favorite person of all time. I'll give it to Nick Sirianni, just being a complete tool bag his all time, anyways. Just clock mismanagement, everything. So that's just me. With key to Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter's there too. That spit in the first game of the year there was no need for that.
Yes. Dunkin Dad, who's your tool bag of the year?
Oh,
Never
still got
mind.
mic problems.
Mic problems still. Mic problems, jeez. All right. Number 5. Are you gonna hate it that if the new stadiums have domes and retractable roofs with turf rather be outside with the elements? Are you just pissed all the new stadiums gonna be built with roofs and everything?
No, remember I said I wouldn't like, or maybe it wasn't on this show. I have no memory, but I don't mind it. Yeah, it's the way we're going, and I know
Ooh.
you lose an element of the character and personality and everything else, and the snow. Like, I love all that for the regular season, but once it
Mhm.
gets to playoffs, I can't have the deciding championship game in the AFC be 8 possessions of, and I know Vlad and I went back. Oh yeah, it was on the show, back and forth.
Yes, it was last week.
It was 8 possessions. Neither side did anything,
They
and
weren't doing anything prior to the snow.
there was at least there was some ball movement and
There was
some first
nothing.
down.
There was nothing. Listen, and this Denver, by the way, everybody's saying, "Oh, the coach Champagne." Has anybody lived in Denver? It'll be 90 degrees for 22 hours, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, in the next 10 minutes, the weather just changes. That Denver weather has a mind of its own. No, I don't want to
It's like the Midwest almost, like Ohio almost, anyways.
I don't want to see retractable roofs and all of that. No, not
Dunkin'
for
Dad.
the playoffs. That's why it's called home field advantage.
Yeah,
But it didn't. The away team won.
They play in the snow all the time.
Yeah, with a backup quarterback who had what 4 or 5 career snaps.
Yeah, I mean that was just it is what it is.
I'm gonna hate it because the Eagles are probably about to get a new stadium and it's probably gonna be a dome, and I don't like domes all the time. Like I've been to one dome, it was Ford Field. That was fun. I like football outdoors. I like to freeze sometimes. I like to deal with the elements. I like to deal with the rain or the stupidity of the hotness. Okay,
Let me ask you this.
go.
I can understand Detroit.
Yeah.
Right? I understand Detroit. I understand Minnesota. But you see Lambeau. Could you imagine a roof over Lambeau? It would destroy Lambeau. Could you imagine a roof over Soldier Field? It would destroy the legacy, the fantasy.
Field of the game.
Right. It would destroy that. Like, it's just come on, man. If that was
Like
the
it's-
case, then Miami should have a retractable roof, and in that way you don't have a rain and everybody's playing in 68-degree weather. They're not gonna do that.
No.
Because they want to take advantage of the sun. This is what I think. Unless people are not attending these games, then I can understand if you put in a roof. But it doesn't matter. We've seen it could be -2 degrees. People in Kansas City are going to go to Arrowhead.
Yeah. Or Lambeau.
Or Lambeau. There's going to be at least 200 dumbasses without their shirts on. The elements doesn't matter. They just want to be they want to be in the stadium to see their team win and root for them. So
I just think it's when you put in a dome in a warm weather climate like Jacksonville is ridiculous, honestly.
I don't get that.
I don't get it either. All right, number 4. What's the worst Super Bowl you've watched? Dunkin Dad, start.
Bring you back to high school. All right.
Damn.
1993 January. Everyone was geeked up
Bills,
about the
Cowboys?
Bills and the Cowboys, man. And
Which
I
one? The
was
first one?
I was on the second one, first one. I think it's the first one. It might have been the second one.
Probably the second one.
Everyone's geeked up. The Bills are getting ready to go to the Super Bowl. They're going to beat the Cowboys. The offense is humming. You know, it's their time. The Cowboys look good. Michael Jackson's doing the halftime show. And
That's the
then
first
Buffalo
one.
comes out and they drop 9 turnovers.
Yeah, it's
Like,
the first one.
Kelly's got 4 interceptions, lose the ball on the fumble 5-6 times. I mean, it's just like it was so horrible, so pathetic to watch. And as someone who was rooting very hard against the Cowboys and their dynasty at that time, it was like the biggest just gut punch. It was like everyone was getting together. It was the first one where like all the friends hung out, you know, no parents, that kind of stuff. And it was just, man, this just it sucked.
That's the worst.
Jake, what's yours?
I would say it's probably a best and worst at the same time because it was the first time I had ever hosted and in college, and you get the house party going. You get, I mean, we had layered seating of, and like the setup was, listen, I'm not trying to brag, but the setup was sick. And
Yes.
it was like everybody understood the assignment and took so much pride in what they brought, the food they made. It was 10 out of 10, and the vibes were high. And you sit down, first snap of the game over
Safety.
the head of Peyton Manning.
I knew you were going there.
Yeah,
I knew it.
That was the least. And all we needed was an entertaining product on the field. And you're talking a 10 out of 10. And you can only keep the people going and the morale high for so long that
Not
you
enough
start.
Jets pizza to get you through that, man.
We did have Jets pizza, of course. That's the best. 8 corner pepperoni, baby.
Vlad, what's
Detroit
yours?
style.
Hey, it's the only way to go with the Jets pizza. That's what I did when the Lions beat the Cowboys. Like Jets pizza for everybody, at least.
What Jake said was right because of at least of recent memory, that had to be the worst one. But I'm quite older than you guys, so I've seen some bad, shitty Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
That Niners Chargers Super Bowl back in '94 was nasty.
Ooh. Down here in Miami, it's a funnier
It was
thing.
down here in Miami, but it was really one of those times when when they said the end, like you know how they said the Seattle LA Rams was really the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically Cowboys Niners when the Niners ended the Cowboys, stopped them from going for 3 in a row. That was literally the Super Bowl because that Niner Charger game was nasty, fam. Nasty.
Ooh.
Nasty. Like it was, those games were blowouts by, like, you didn't even care about the halftime show. It was a blowout by the second quarter.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it. I feel bad for you guys because at least you guys were hosting parties and all you needed, the atmosphere, the vibes were good. All you needed was just a good game.
All this week they're celebrating that 94 championship team out here. So
Oh really?
everywhere.
Oh, you down there? You made it. You made
Dunkin
it.
Dad is out
Right.
in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Nice.
We buried the
nice.
lead. What the hell? How'd you get out there?
Shout out to the Coastal Sports Network. How about that?
What's up?
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was the worst one. What about
all
that's
right,
the
for
worst
me,
one.
everyone's gonna ask. All right, Giants Ravens in 2000.
That was
Giants.
bad.
That was a bad one.
Oh,
That was bad.
Yes, people forget
was
about
bad.
it, anyways. And I love how Giant fans gloss over it all the time. Oh, we never played that Super Bowl, anyways. Like, stop it. So this is why the 2 Super Bowls I did not like since Jake took mine. Giants Patriots in 2011. I
Seattle
hated.
Denver's number one. Like when Jake said,
Yeah.
I already knew it from the description. I was like, oh, he got me. He got me. That's the one
He
I was
got-
gonna say.
For me, this is the first one I hosted was Giants Patriots, and people asked like, "Who do you want?" I wanted a meteor to hit this Super Bowl because I hate both teams with a passion. So,
I hate
and
New
plus,
England.
everyone knows me. I can't stand Eli Manning. So that's just me. All right,
There's people making arguments all over the place that he's not a Hall of Famer. Listen,
He's a Hall of
I did
Famer, guys.
I did a copy and paste. You put Joe Namath's stats next to Eli Manning's stats, and Eli laps him. Not
Yeah,
even with the years played.
Joe Willie's only in because he guaranteed a Super Bowl.
That's it. That's the only reason he's in. The only reason he's in. So
at the
Eli's
pool in Miami. That's the funnier thing too.
signed in Miami, baby.
Your legend, your legend grows, it makes you even more
Mhm.
like a historic figure than
That's
you
it.
really are.
Only in Miami.
That is true. That is
And
true.
pantyhose, man.
People forget about that. All right,
Pantyhose
this was
and fur.
who we'll save that question for later. All right, number 3. This is the one we tabled for last week during the show. Give me your top 10 QBs in the AFC and NFC 1 through 10. I'm gonna start. Is that fine?
Perfect.
NFC, Stafford, number 1, Dak, number 2, Hurts 3, Goff 4, Purdy 5, JD Daniels 6, Love 7, Caleb Williams 8, Baker 9, Sam Darnold 10.
Where do you have Daniels?
6.
Okay.
Jake, give me your NFC.
Ooh. Jared Goff won. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Just trying to get some
I
reactions.
don't believe it.
There we go.
Yeah, just trying to get some reactions. Ooh, who is your number 1?
I said Stafford.
Yeah, I can't put him at number 1. It just pains me too much.
Nope.
Wait a minute. Stop it. Stop it, Jake.
Vlad, I'm not going to stop it. I am who I am. I am who I am. All right, let's enough monkeying around. Oh man, this is gonna get me. Yeah, this is gonna get me laughed off the show.
No, you will
Probably
not get left off the show.
Probably not invited back.
You are.
What-
You already. The invite's already mailed out, so you're all back for year 2.
What-
Anyways,
What's the qualifications again?
just your own personal viewpoints of it. Who's your top 10?
Top 10 quarterbacks in the
In the-
NFC.
Yes, we did AFC as well. We all do NFC first, and we'll do the AFC anyways.
Oh my gosh.
We're pro NFC on the show, anyways.
Yeah.
I am the only AFC guy here. Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Man. I guess I have to say Stafford won. Just so I keep the integrity of the show.
Believe it.
The integrity of the show. He still got it. I'll go. This is where it's hard because
It's
Dak-
actually hard for number 2, right? It's hard to say who's the second best after
Yeah.
Stafford.
Dak Sunday Night Football against the Packers that night they put up 40 was spreading the ball around, allocating it to different weapons, feeling the pressure. Like you couldn't play better than that. And honestly, Jared Goff has had some games like that. Week 2 against the Bears, as high of a QBR as you can have. But obviously, I'm not going to put him at 2. All All right, I'm taking too long. All right, I'll go Dak to give me Goff 3. Do I want to say he's not there yet? He's not there yet. The problem with doing this off the cuss, I'm gonna miss somebody, and then all hell's gonna break
top 10,
loose.
bro. It's your top
It's
10.
your top 10.
Yeah, I love me some Baker, but he's not gonna give me Goff. I guess Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold, Caleb Williams, Baker Mayfield. What do we got? One left. Ooh, the very highly coveted last spot. I guess I'll go Jaden Daniels.
Oh,
Damn.
Vlad.
all right.
One is Stafford. No thinking. We don't even have to wait for that.
No,
This is where 2 to 10 is difficult, and I'm gonna
That's
tell
why.
you why.
Yeah.
I'm putting Hurts at number 2. He wins. Winning's important. You're number 2.
I don't even have him in my top 10.
He wasn't
I
even
know you
Jake's
didn't even have
top
it in your
10.
top- I was like, but
yeah,
winning
I looked
counts.
at him. I was like,
Jaden Daniels is hurt and he's making the list.
I'm just saying. I was like, all right, cool. I wanted to ask the question. I was like, did you say Hurts at all? But I
no, he did not have Hurts.
I don't think he's good at quarterback. So for my top 10 quarterback list,
he's good at winning in the NFC.
I think the Eagles are good at
He
winning.
plays the quarterback position, so I'm going to put him at number 2. I guess after this year's run, I got to put Caleb at number 3.
He was
It's
7
tough.
for me.
It's tough, but that run
Me and Jake
this
were on the
year
same
was
page.
amazing. So Caleb's number 3. I'm gonna put Dak at 4. I'm gonna put Purdy at 5. Purdy needs his love. The only reason why Purdy's not high is because he's always banged up. But when he's in the lineup, he does things for the Niners. 6 is JD. 7 is Baker. I'm gonna have Sam at 8. Only
Okay.
reason why, if he wins, he moves up. But if you're asking me now, I'm still it's still show and prove with me with Sam. So Sam is in an 8 with a chance to move up in the top 5. So I have Sam at 8. 9. Did I say Jordan Love?
No, you did not say Jordan Love.
I'm gonna have Jordan Love at 9. Jordan Love's got all the talent in the world, but it's still something. There's still something that you're just like, what is he missing? What is it that's not there? And then I got Goff. I gotta put Goff at 10. Yeah, Goff deserves it. Just that he just doesn't have the mobility like some of the others and everything like that. But you give that man some time, and you give him some healthy players. Jared Goff is gonna pick you apart.
All you
And
have
an
to
offensive line.
Goff, like as a cerebral player, Goff is everything Peyton Manning was, diagnosing plays at the line or coverages at the line of scrimmage.
But here's the thing about Goff. Goff is basically Temu Stafford right now.
Wait, he in what?
He's Stafford. He's like Temu Stafford. He's like 5 below Stafford. He's not like there's Stafford and then there's the knockoff Stafford. Right now, at this stage of his career, Goff is knockoff Stafford. Both guys are not gonna move.
They're different
Both of them
quarterbacks.
not gonna move. They're gonna beat you with their brains. Since
Yeah.
Stafford still has that power. You know what I mean? He still got that ability. Goff doesn't really have that.
Yeah. Goff through his deep ball is certainly not his strength, but if you need like like a 25-yard timing route, pinpoint accuracy from a 5-step drop, there's nobody better than Goff.
Yeah.
Stafford's going to do your no looks, your crazy arm strength, but I think you're shortchanging my guy Jared Goff a little bit.
I'm not. That's because the Rams
I put him at
thought the
4
same thing.
anyways.
I think
I'm
the
ready
Rams
for-
thought the same thing that Vlad did, and that's why they're happy with the trade. But
Dunkin'
Your
Dad, give me your
man,
top.
but your man is good though.
Dunkin' Dad, go.
Yeah,
Give me
but
your
you
answer.
got it. Sorry, real quick on that trade. Are you including it's Stafford for Jahmyr Gibbs, for Jack Campbell, for all the additional capital that was acquired? It wasn't Goff for Stafford straight up.
No, you guys got what you needed to make the team that you are, but
Sam Laporta.
it's still the fact that the guy behind center is Stafford and the other one is Goff. Like, there's levels.
Yeah, a lot. But see, so many people say that to me, so I'm used to it.
Okay.
It's gonna stand up
Plus,
for his
Stafford
name.
took he took a franchise that was dead in football for almost 2 decades and revitalized it. Anyways, that's what I always say about Stafford. He's like, even though he gets a lot of hate, he made Detroit cool in football almost. Especially for fantasy football reasons. Think about it. That's how I view it. Duncan,
Oh,
give me your-
Stafford
I
didn't
want to
do
know where you have Jalen Hurts.
Stafford didn't do anything for Detroit. Let's knock that out. I mean, for 11 years of nothingness.
Judas, Brutus,
Duncan,
take
Dad,
you
give
and
me
your
your
kids
10,
and go home.
Duncan, Dad, give me
Oh
your
my
10,
gosh.
please.
Yeah, top 10. Matthew Stafford's one.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that?
Imagine that. No, I think Stafford won. Pains me to say it, but I mean, like Dak, regular season Dak is a good quarterback, and
But he got to win.
I like to take people and I like to move them to other teams. Like in my head, okay, if I replace Jalen Hurts with say Dak Prescott, does he?
Homer.
But yeah, is it like is he substantially better on that offense than what Hurts? And it's like, yeah, probably. Right? You take him and you move him to like Green Bay, and you let Dak play in Green Bay, and you're like, okay, I mean, I know what Jordan Love does, blah 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 blah, but does he make them? Does he make them better? And that's great. Like, I mean, look,
No.
Brock Purdy too,
What you're
right? Like,
saying is good because I'm thinking about if you put Dak in Philly,
mhm.
Philly's offense might be it's definitely different because the receivers ain't
Sure it
bitching
is.
and complaining. Like AJ
No,
and Devontae going to be happy with the
The ball
targets
scroll.
that they're getting.
yeah. So I mean, I guess it's when you completely encapsulate the quarterback, and yes, winning does come into play, but just strictly as a quarterback, Stafford's one, Dak is probably two. I agree with you, Vlad. I think Caleb Williams, like he arrived, man. He arrived. And
Hold on. This is what's great about all this. Caleb Williams statistically was below the mean. Like his percentage.
He's completing 50% of his passes. You're absolutely right. He doesn't make the layups. But
But
guess what?
he looked like the Jumpman logo with the throw, so he's got to be good.
It's not even that. I just need the guy to make plays.
yeah,
And
he
the
makes
fact that
plays.
he can
He's a
make it with
leader.
his,
People pay
Yeah.
attention to him.
like
He throws picks. He throws incomplete passes. He misses
So
wide
take-
open guys.
Paints his
So
fingernails.
take Jalen Hurts and Caleb Williams and flip flop them. The Bears aren't
oh my
winning.
God, Philly would
14
be in
games.
love with Caleb Williams. They
They
would
would
love
painting
him.
their fingernails immediately.
They'll
We'd have
put
two guys painting
fingernail polish on
fingernails,
the
man.
Rocky statue.
Yeah, Jared McCann and Caleb, they could go to the salon together, get their nails done.
Here's the thing this is why I love Caleb. Caleb can do the hard things. All you got to do is work on the easy things. I think it's easy to work on the easy things than it is to do on the hard things.
Okay.
Yeah, he's watching him progress as a quarterback. Now, obviously, coordinator is a big deal, right? Because we saw what Jalen had with Kellen Moore, et cetera, et
Right.
cetera. But that natural progression and that jump when you mature as a quarterback, it's night and day with some of these guys. Night and day. And we're going to talk about the AFC in a second. And you look at someone like CJ Stroud, right? Now you say Stroud and Caleb Williams, and it's like someone's trajectory and arc is going where it's supposed to go. And someone else, regardless of their surrounding, has fallen. Because if he is the quarterback, if he is the man, if he is the guy, then you yourself elevate. You know what I mean? Like, you come on. And it's just some people do it, some people don't do it.
What number are you at? Who do you continue your list, Jake?
It's like
Caleb was number 3. Caleb was
Caleb
number
was
3.
Okay.
Four through not 10, please. Give me your 6.
All right. Purdy. I like Baker. Jaden. Yeah. Goff. Nah.
Fuck it. Send it in.
Yeah, I'm trying to send it in. Trying to see where I want to put Jalen on this list because I do want to give him his respect for winning.
This
but
list is taking longer than the DSL back at my parents' house
Yeah.
by Optimum and Loose.
Hey, bro, you guys don't want to show bias to your quarterback, but you know.
Yeah.
I put Dak at 2 anyways. And
I know.
I think I'll go. I think I go Jalen, Darnold, and I think they're probably round up my list.
okay. I'll give you the AFC. Mahomes, Allen, Jackson, Burrow, Herbert, May, Bo Nix, CJ at 8. 9 is Lawrence. I said Cam Moore at 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you my list quick. Patty number 1. He'll always be number 1
Mhm.
until somebody proves.
Hey guys,
otherwise.
come on the mountain with me. You're gonna win the Super Bowl.
I put in Burrow too.
Okay.
Burrow to me is the better quarterback out of all the other 3. So I'm gonna put Burrow 2, Allen 3, Lamar 4. I'm putting Trevor at 5, but if Drake May wins, Drake May will surpass him. Drake May 6. I can't believe I got it. Bo Nix 7.
Mm-hmm.
I have May, right? I put May already.
May at 6. You already said yes. I have it 6 too.
CJ's at 8. I really want to put CJ at 10, but no. CJ, you know what? Herbert. I didn't have Herbert ahead of him.
Yeah.
Herbert, CJ, and then number 10 will be. I'm not. You know what? I'm not upset with you putting Cam Ward at number 10.
Okay.
If you really look at the quarterback situation, Geno's not ahead of him. None of the Jets quarterbacks that are ahead of him. None of the Dolphins quarterback ahead of him. I love Shador, but I'm not putting Shador ahead of him. Indy don't have a quarterback. Yeah, Cam Ward's at 10.
Jake Riepma.
All the
give me
love
your
for
AFC.
Daniel Jones has gone away.
He's not going to play next season.
All right. What do we got here? We got
AFC. AFC. Give me your AFC top 10.
Unfortunately, I do think we have to keep Patrick Mahomes at number 1.
Thank you.
I'll go Joe Burrow. I'm gonna go Josh Allen. I'm still Josh Allen too. He's asked to do. If I like Duncan's dad's line of thought here, if Josh Allen is on any other team and trades places with any other quarterback, the Buffalo Bills are a nothing franchise for the last.
How about that? If Patty was playing in Buffalo, I think Buffalo wins the Super Bowl. That's just
Or
me.
if Lamar Jackson was in Buffalo, people would be going crazy right now.
I think Lamar would win a Super Bowl. Just me.
Yeah.
If I'm with
if
If Josh Allen was in Miami, Miami would be.
You're all fucked up. I get it.
Yeah. Dunkin Dad really has, and Vlad has my mind in a mental pretzel today.
Why? My Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford take?
No, just you. I love it. No, the Jared Goff, Matthew.
Hey, his Panthers made the playoffs. Give him his flowers.
That's true. Flowers. That's true. You had the Panthers.
Ooh, a hot young team. We're like,
that's
what
right.
The hell?
Yeah, Vlad deserves more credit. Not enough people are talking about that you had the Panthers in your top 5 power rankings. And
at the time they deserved it. And then they went to shits at the end. But at the time when they were,
they made the playoffs.
They made the playoffs. So yeah, it was crazy. But no, go ahead. What's your?
No, I got Josh Allen slightly ahead of Burrow. So Burrow's my 3rd, Lamar's 4th, and this is where it can get kind of interesting because you want to do the new shiny toy Drake May. He hasn't played particularly well in the postseason, but I'm still going to.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you. Somebody else is admitting that because the way they're making it seem like Drake Mays is going to go tearing up the postseason. I'm like, no, he has.
Yeah. Still got Aaron Rodgers. I mean, unless we get that.
I was stuck between Aaron Rodgers and Cam Ward anyways. So
yeah, I think you got until he officially hangs it up. Like I'm still gonna have him as my 5th best quarterback in the AFC because I think he's that good. And then this one, like I cannot stand Justin Herbert because I'll use your argument, Vlad. He just doesn't win, and we just keep making excuses for him after excuses. But then, if we're going to do the statistics, turn the tape on, and I'm going to back Jared Goff for going 15-2 in a regular season, like then I got to show some love for Justin Herbert, who also has demonstrated the ability to be a prolific quarterback in this league. So I'll put him at 7, and then round it out with let's see. I'll do Trevor Lawrence at 8, and give me Bo Nix at 9, and then
You know you don't want to put him, but you have to. But you don't want to put him, and I understand why.
who's that?
CJ. Nobody wants to put CJ on the list.
Yeah.
But you got to.
No, you don't have to. He was.
You're not putting a Jets quarterback in. You're not putting Tua Tagovailoa. You're not putting Quinn Ewers. You're not putting Geno Smith. Unless you're going to put Cam Ward in. Exactly. You see what I mean?
There's got to be. There's
Or
got to be.
Philip Rivers' retirement body, you know?
Yeah.
You're not putting Anthony.
Oh.
You can't put a third of Anthony
Lamar
Richardson,
Jackson, right?
Philip Rivers, or
No, I had Lamar at 3.
Okay.
yeah.
I got it. Daniel Jones, a healthy Daniel Jones. I'll put him over CJ Stroud.
Okay. We'll see about that.
Vlad, CJ Stroud turned the ball over 12 times in the game.
Bro, I understand. Jake, I agree with you. I was trying hard not even to put CJ on the list.
That was my problem too when I was breaking.
But then I started to think, you know what? I didn't put Aaron. But I'm thinking Aaron's done.
That's what I'm thinking. Retirement.
That's my thinking. Aaron's done. So that's why I'm not considering him. I didn't consider him. Now, if he comes out and says he's coming back and we do this list right before the season starts, Aaron Rodgers will definitely be in my top 10. Maybe at 5 where you had him. I tried hard not to put TJ in, but I had to put him in.
We had to put CJ somewhere, that Ohio State QB. All right, number 2. Power rank your Super Bowl locations. Location since 2000. What city hasn't hosted a Super Bowl should get one, by the way? I'll go first. Phoenix 1, LA 2, Miami 3, Vegas 4, Tampa 5. And so
Miami
has not
1.
hosted one. I kind of want to see Dallas again, honestly, when it's not.
Miami 1, Vegas 2, LA 3, New Orleans 4, Arizona 5. Arizona is really a great. With Glendale, that's a great Super Bowl location, and the way they got Scottsdale, Phoenix combined, that's a
Click
great.
Clack
That's
open too, by the way.
Right location that they should have it, that they haven't had it. You're right about Dallas. They've had it in Dallas. They had it in New York. They shouldn't do New York ever. Again, they were lucky that the weather wasn't that bad. It's really hard for you to really go to a spot because most places are cold.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a warm place, they've probably already done it. Like you mentioned, Tampa.
So are you suggesting then that the most important game of the season should be played not in the elements?
Yes, the most important game of the season where one team won their conference and the other team won their conference. And then because they're the champions of their conferences, they meet in a neutral location. Nobody has home field advantage because they've champions and they meet in a neutral site. Not if a conference played games all season and there was one team who had a better record in the conference. If that team has home field advantage, that team should have all the home field advantage it can have, including weather. But when you have champions that have won their respective conference, they can meet in a beautiful location where nobody has to worry about any weather. That I agree.
All right.
So you're saying Cancun? We should host one at Cancun at least.
If they want to have a Super Bowl in Nassau, Bahamas, they can have it. All right? I just don't need the conference championship game being in the Nassau, Bahamas. Some team won a lot of games for the right to host a conference championship. And God forbid, the weather is bad. It is what it is.
Jake, give me your Super Bowl locations.
I'm probably pretty biased. It kind of depends on what you value, right? Like it's so funny how, and this is a good example. San Francisco, the Super Bowl is being played in Santa Clara. It is so far from San Francisco, but
Right.
saying, I mean, Dallas, it'd be played in Arlington. I am in Dallas right now. If I want to get to Arlington and it's rush hour traffic, that is a 30-minute drive. I'm looking at the American Airlines Center right now. Dallas and Arlington are not the same thing, but Arlington would be sick. Texas Live, all the convention center, it's awesome. So I do think Dallas deserves another one here sooner rather than later. But if you and Glendale's another example. Glendale is not Scottsdale, which is not Phoenix. It is very spread out, but they're all sick. Like I love it.
You're right, and the traffic's not that bad, at least for Arizona, where
Right.
you can't maneuver around and get
Yeah.
to the locations. There's certain locations, like certain cities, you saying, like Dallas, that would be
Dallas.
nasty.
Yeah. Dallas. The traffic is I know nobody wants to hear about how bad the traffic is, but it is.
No, it's bad, bro.
horrific. Yeah, it is.
I went to that Jets Dallas game 2 years ago when Aaron. It took us at least 2.5 hours to get out of that traffic.
I believe it. I don't have a lot of experience like with Miami. I mean, I think they do a good job. Obviously hosted the national championship this year. Houston hosted the national championship the year before, but I talked to people that covered that one and they're like, there's really nothing here. So I don't think Houston, I've never really gotten any allure or attraction of Houston. So I'll cross that one off the list as a big city in, a warm climate. Atlanta, I think that has a big game feel. But that's probably more just because I love their concession stand with the Chick-fil-A and all the great prices. But I think so I got all right, I'll power rank him here. Give me Dallas 1, give me LA 2, San Francisco 3, Miami 4, and gosh, there's got to be one that I'm missing. I guess Atlanta 5.
Okay. Dunkin Dad, who's live in San Francisco. Go.
San Francisco. Yeah, number 1. Damn. I like New Orleans. It's a walkable city. It's got a great vibe. The weather is going to give you what you're going to get. It's got the dome down there. People are inviting. Like, it's probably, for me, it's like the premier location of a Super Bowl. Second, I think Phoenix is great. That whole area is just, it's set up for this type of event. Have people there. It's the infrastructure's available as well.
And another
Vegas.
side note for why Phoenix is great. The waste management open.
Yeah, waste management coincides.
Yeah,
And
good
yeah,
call.
bro. That's
Great call.
That's why it's number 1 for me.
Yeah, put Phoenix up there for me. That I'm an idiot.
Phoenix,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and Phoenix is 1. They moved Miami out to number 2. That waste management open. If you get a chance to go there, it is worth it, bro.
Continue, Dunkin Dad.
Yeah. So a 2, 3, 3. It was busy and the pace was helter skelter, but Vegas was fun. It was fun, but it was like you had to be dialed in. Go. I think throw LA in there. I like Jake's idea with Atlanta too. I think they got a nice setup. Atlanta's got a nice setup. Got a nice setup. Where would I like it to be? I would like it to be in Nashville, but weather right now would not work whatsoever.
And that's why I didn't pick Atlanta.
And that's why it's not. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Atlanta, the weather. Atlanta and Dallas has a chance that it might get cold and it might be icy.
Yeah,
then we may have to ask Oklahoma to get the salt.
And then you might have to ask Oklahoma to get some salt to for the road.
That's it.
But and I know Jake and I've been, we're having fun about this, but he's absolutely right. These games should be played that Super Bowl should be always played in a great weathered location. I will agree with you on that. So that's why Miami always gets the edge, because it's the one stadium that doesn't need a roof or a dome to guarantee that it's going to be good weather conditions.
Jacksonville's the worst. Can we say that, by the way?
I was just gonna ask you about that. How you know?
Yeah, out of the Florida
Nobody wants
areas,
to live
yeah,
on
the
boats.
Jacksonville has to be horrible.
Nobody wants
Yeah.
to live on boats.
No.
Yeah.
Cruise ships, by the way. Cruise ships. People forget that. Anyways.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Number one, who you got in the game?
Seattle.
Seattle.
Dunkin Dad?
Yeah, clean sweep, Seattle.
I'm taking the Patriots. Fuck it.
Oh, bucking the
Wow.
system. There he goes.
Yes. Give me the Patriots. All right. Who's back of the week, by the way? Dunkin Dad start.
Who's back is, hey, are you going? Can you get me a comp? That's who's back. Everywhere. It's everybody's asking. Are you going? All right. Can you get me in? Do you know someone? Do you know it's favors? I guess favors, right? This week is all about networking and favors. That's what's back.
It is National Networking Week. So talk to some people, Dunkin Dad. Vlad,
go.
who's back of the week, by the way?
Oh, everybody is asking, are you throwing a party?
Oh,
Like right now, people realizing that it's the Super Bowl and they haven't been invited or they don't want to throw a party, so they're not trying to get invited to a party. Are you watching the Super Bowl? Are you guys watching this? What? And then, or here's my best question. This is my favorite line. What are we gonna do? Wait. What are we?
mhm.
I know what I'm gonna do. I had no plans with you.
There's no invite.
There was no invite, but yeah, the no invite or self invitation to a Super Bowl party.
Oh,
Love that.
Yes.
I love the old toss out a feeler kind of approach.
Yeah.
hmm
Jake, what's yours?
For mine, it's bad celebrity interviews on Radio Row.
Oh.
Hey, yeah, I'm so and so promoting this, that, and the other, and I'm not actually going to do an interview. I'm just gonna read the copy that they have for
Jerry
me.
Rice with Hennessy. I've been told there's a story about that one.
Look out, yeah, and
Yeah, you know what, Jake? You nailed it. These bad I've been part of this. There's some nasty Radio Row interviews where the host has no idea what this player is coming for to support, what the product is, and everything. They start talking about the sport that the athlete is known for, and then at the end, oh yeah. Tell us the
Tell us your
the
product.
company that you're sponsored with.
yeah,
And there's a quick 10, 15 seconds. All right, thanks, man. Get out of here. And that was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was it. Thanks.
next.
Thanks for joining Joe Montana.
Yeah.
On behalf of Pepsi Cream. Wait,
yeah.
what?
Dan Patrick is the GOAT with these interviews because he's gotten into it with guys. Kyler Murray, one of them, was like, if you didn't want to do an interview, why'd you come on the show? And I mean, I've always thought he was the best interview. But it's just hilarious to see hosts try to meander and work through some of these that type of thing where it's like, okay, what are we actually trying to do?
My
it's
favorite is
also
when
the-
you actually have to sample the product for them.
What is this,
They're
Costco?
like, oh, yeah. They're like, try on the compression socks. You're like, right now on air? Like, yeah, like these, Tommy Army copper compression socks. Okay, Brett. Put this on. Oh, you
Oh
keep
yeah,
that. That's
another
for you.
one. Another Dan Patrick one was with Matt Harvey, who came on to talk about Qualcomm, and they got into it over. It was so funny. You have to look that up on the YouTube.
That is great. Who's back of the week? This is for me, anyways. Trevor versus the landlord.
Oh, man.
Trying to get stuff repaired at his place. That's who's back. Side note, also, who's back of the week? Trevor and his tolls, who owes money to his tolls company right now. So some pass. But really, who's back of the week is Radio Row, with everyone doing random sponsorship products and also horrible interviews, and maybe a good one here and there. At least you get a story from the 90s or something.
You might get a Myles Garrett. I want to leave. Cleveland type of stuff,
Exactly. Exactly. All right.
Max Crosby making a lot of
Max Crosby. All right. I forgot to mention this, by the way. There's gonna be some more international games. I saw this.
The Saints are going to Paris.
The Saints are going to Paris. We have Paris games, not the
By the way,
Olympics.
that's going to be the funniest interaction you'll ever hear in your life. French Parisians with Louisiana Creole.
Here's your other international games. You have Melbourne, Australia, Munich, Germany, 3 games in London and Spain. Jake, you're in the Metroplex. Will Melbourne, Australia be hosting the Dallas Cowboys?
Probably. I did see a release that the Lions are going to be in a 2026 international game as well.
Really?
So that's cool. But yeah, old man yelling at clouds, get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, what can we? The game's grown enough. Everybody knows what football is. We don't need to take these international games.
Thank you, Jake.
You know he wants an international division.
Oh yeah,
Oh, for sure.
he wants to revive NFL Europe.
That's what it
And bring
is.
it
The
to the
NCAA
NFL.
and the NFL are in a fight to see who can have the first international division
Very true.
in their sport. That's what they're trying to do.
Very true. All right, Super Bowl 60. Do you think his line changed at all? I'm gonna say 5.5 still.
I think it's still 4.5.
Still 4.5,
man.
Jake, you think?
Yeah, that's what I saw that, but I haven't
Still-
checked.
Still 4.5, by the way.
Still
So,
4.5.
still 4.5.
Who's
All right,
the favorite for MVP? Is it Sam?
Let's look at some novelty props, by the way. Will there be what the heck is going on?
Dude, I'm
I-
telling
Yeah,
you,
you know, Super Bowl prop bets are going to be ridiculous.
put some money
right?
on Kenneth Walker.
Okay.
Multiple touchdowns.
Ooh, so you saying he's going to have more than one? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
This is-
Darnold's
I'm not gonna lie. This
MVP.
DraftKings app does not do anything good props for me, anyways. Does not help me out at all.
You got
There's-
Darnold at plus 110, Drake Mays plus 230, JSN's at 600, and there's my guy Kenny Walker at 850.
I think I
Yeah.
might put some money on Kenneth Walker and JSN
Yeah.
being
Mhm.
MVPs.
Can I say anytime touchdown for Cooper Kupp at least?
No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
I still hate Mike Evans to this day because he did not get a single touchdown in that Super Bowl Chiefs Bucks game. By the way, I still hate Mike Evans.
Dunkin Dad, I think I'm gonna jump on your multiple touchdowns.
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker. You're probably gonna get some good money on that. You could get
There
like
you go.
plus what is it like plus 800 maybe plus 1200.
Yeah, for 2 TDs. Mm-hmm.
I could see that. First,
See
either
that.
first touchdown, Jack Smith and Jigbo or KFN. Yes, plus 155. Mondre Stevenson or Kenneth Walker for either player to score first touchdown. Yes, 195. No, 275. Wow. So, all right, guys. Jake, what's going on at Fan University? You guys are killing it on Saturdays, by the way. Are you guys going out? Are you guys going out to the Rangers ballpark for Rangers Fest yet, or not?
No, it got canceled. So sad.
Damn.
Too much snow and ice. Yeah, just all kinds of Radio Gold sports content.
There you go. Vlad, what's going on?
Just doing Tobin and Leroy mid-morning show. Couple of days this week. Panthers game. Going to Marlins media
Oh.
day.
Forgot about
Nice.
Marlins.
They have one?
Yeah, Marlins. Yeah, they have one. Marlins actually have one. You're like, oh wait, you guys actually cover the Marlins? Oh my God, I've never seen you. Like this is probably the first and last time I'm gonna see you. And then they have their fan fest the next day. So that's what's up.
Nice.
And sports day with me and Dan Day on the weekends, 12 to 4 on 104.3 FM.
Dunkin Dad, what's going on in San Francisco? What's going on this week? Any ideas?
Be here live all week from the Bay Area, baby. Yeah, going to the Moscone to say hi to everybody and trying to maximize my BART transportation card.
How much
Ah.
money?
Don't get stuck
Ooh,
in
be
traffic
careful on
too
the
much.
BART.
Yeah, be careful on the BART. The yellow BART or the yellow BART. You know, come on. Some BART.
Not Bart Starr, not Bart Simpson, at least.
No. Mm-mm.
So, all right, guys, take care. Be well. Enjoy us on YouTube. Rate, review, subscribe. Take care. Be well. Enjoy the Super Bowl. We'll be back next week for one last show. Peace.
Have fun, man.
Peace.
Same, man.